Oh boy, spun a rod here. So now I got the crank out, and that's the problem. So now I need to find a crank. I rolled the dice, and it worked. So I've taken the number 4 out of the block, and gasp, I have some 320 grit here on a marble tile. Today's special business is going to be micing the crank, using the dial bore gauge to check my main bearings for oil clearance, rinse, wash, or was it wash, and then rinse, and repeat. Yeah, probably should do in that order. Last time I rebuilt an engine, about 30 years ago, I reused my same crank. I just slid new bearings in, standard, to the same crank. Didn't bother measuring anything. I rolled the dice, and it worked. So now that I have a new crank to me that's been machined 10 thousandths under, I'm checking the crank journals, and then again I'll show you how I'm going to be measuring the clearances in the block itself. So that's what's up for today. I've already checked this first crank journal, and I just have it. I actually used the back end here is a ratcheting to give you a consistent tightening. Let me go ahead and repeat this. In fact, I'm going to look at this first before I repeat this measurement. So we are looking at 2. That mark past the 2 means this has been around once already. And once around is 25 thousandths. So getting back to the 0, going around 1 time, that's 25 thousandths. First mark past the 2 means I'm already 25 thousandths. Plus now a fat 14. 2.2, 25 thousandths plus another 14 thousandths. So 2.239. And I'll check it on here. I've locked this little knurled wheel locks your barrel so it won't spin anymore. And so letting it kind of rock back and forth, and it will fall off on its own. All right, so I have that documented, and I don't necessarily care what this measurement is. I'm just using this to set up my dial bore gauge here. What I've done with my dial bore gauge, and this is just a cheap one, this pin, when you push it in, that moves the dial. Now, what you need to figure out is how big does this have to be to fit in your bearing journal area. This post is the 2.2 inch post, but this is bigger than 2.2 inches. So I grabbed a shim. They've got shims in this set, and that shim has to then go over this to give me a little more length, because I need more than 2. I should say I need more than 2.2. So when I put that in here, that is going to give me the 2.2 plus, I'm not sure how many thousandths that piece is. I'd have to look at the set. Now, I'm going to put my dial bore gauge in between my mic measurement here, and I want it centered as best I can in there. And what I'm hoping you can see is wherever that needle stops and turns back around, that is the actual measurement of this mic. So it looks right around like it's reading at the 12 on this scale. Now what that means is I got to get my 0 spun around at that point. So I'm going to take this, move that around. That's got to be close. Let's see if I can get this back in here. What we want is that my measurement, my reading on the mic needs to be my 0. Ooh, I'm about a half off. Let me move that just a hair. It just barely kissed zero. That's perfect. So I'm going to tighten this down. This now is set up to read exactly what the crank journal measurement is. All right, let me see if I can get you in here enough to see what I'm seeing. Right about 2. So when I bring it up, 2, and then falls away. About 2 thousandths. So that should be good. Now, wash, rinse, repeat. Checked everything as you saw. I kept going back to number 4, the 4th main journal. It was a little tight. So 1, 2, 3, and 5 are all in the 1.5 to 2 thousandths range. They're actually closer to 2. Number 4 is definitely a skinny 1.5. I mean, it is not quite to 1.5 thousandths. I feel like that might be a problem. So I may pick up some Plastigage. I didn't really want to. I feel like I'm probably going to have to take some material off the back of that bearing. I mean, they say 1,000th per inch of journal. I'm about a half a thou less, but that's a full thou less. And one thing I did notice is that all of these main journals mic'd at the same, about a quarter fat on a 2.239, except number 4, another quarter or so fatter. In fact, that's the reading right there from number 4. If I can get it to focus, which makes sense that we would be a little skinnier on this clearance. So, I mean, it makes sense. The numbers make sense to me. Ford specs say 0.0005, so 5 10,000ths to 1.5 thousandths or 15 10,000ths is preferred, which sounds ridiculous. That means, 1.5 thou of clearance would be the top of the desired clearance, but you can go up to basically 2.5 thousandths is what the Ford book says from 64 and 65. Well, I don't buy that. Anyway, so I've taken the number 4 out of the block, and gasp, I have some 320 grit here on a marble tile, and I'm going to see if I can take a little bit out. I mean, really, I just want a few tenths, really. I mean, I'm talking a few 10 thousandths is what I want. So if I can mark this and have some idea if I'm keeping it fairly consistent as I roll it across. I'm not sure how I'm going to do this. The marker is almost gone. I did measure with my calipers at least before doing this. I don't know how much I'm going to have to do it to get something to actually happen. All right, marker is pretty much gone. Okay, so this read 100 before, and we're still at 100. So I've done nothing. Well, actually, I don't know because this doesn't read 10,000ths. So reads to the nearest half. Yeah, yeah, maybe something happened. Old school torque wrench. This was, oh boy, probably a 1990, 96, I'm guessing, purchase. It took a little bit off. It was a fuzz under 1.5 thou. Now it's spot on 1.5. I kept taking a little bit more off and remeasuring, and I mean, it changed a hair. I feel like it was a skinny 1.5 thousandths. Now it's pretty consistent at 1.5 thousandths, but I don't think it's gaining me anything else removing a little more material off the back of that bearing. So I went ahead and picked up some Plastigage. I'm going to lay that all out. It looks like I'm seeing about what I thought I was going to see. Oh boy, let me see if I can get you here. Focused, focus, focus, focus. So definitely not 2 thousandths, but definitely not 1.5. So I'd say halfway between. So again, if that's 2, that's 1.5. It's about halfway between, I'd say. So that's what I measured between. Now this looks more like closer to 2. Smidge smaller than 2 maybe. Definitely not 1.5. This one, number 3, if I can get focused, come on now. That looks close to 2. Oh, come on. Maybe a shade under. A little bit whiter than the 2. Not as white as the 1.5. So again, I'd say a hair under 2 thousandths. Here's the one that was tighter than I wanted it to be. That's 1.5 for sure. Almost perfectly 1.5, which is what I was measuring. Almost exactly 1.5 thousandths. And now the rear closer to 2. I'd say probably definitely more than 1.5. Maybe a smidge tighter than 2. So that confirms what I already measured. My mic did well. My dial bore gauge did well. And so the question now becomes, is 1.5 thousandths, is that good enough? Now it's time to get the rod journals going. I have bearings in and torqued the caps to 22.5-ish, dial bore gauge to 0, like I showed earlier, using the mic right there that was set to this journal size. So let me swing this into the rod, and I don't know if you can see that, but that is right at 2 thousandths, maybe a whisker under 2 thousandths. With them done, Again, straight up measurement and then 45-45. So I'm pretty happy with that. I was hoping that my mains would be similar, but I mean, they're a little tighter. So I'm not even going to bother plastic gauging this stuff. The fact that when I did the Plastigage, I was literally getting the exact same measurements that I was getting with my dial bore gauge. I'm happy with the way this looks. A little touch and go for a while. Number 4, main bearing journal. I thought it was measuring a little smaller than I really wanted, and really all of them are a little smaller than I wanted. But I mean, I think they're going to be fine. We'll probably run a 10-30 oil. I thought maybe I was going to go heavier, but with those tighter main clearances, I probably need to stick to 10-30 or even 5-30. So, checking the thing off the list. I've never done this before. Last engine I built, I literally slapped it together. A cheap dial bore gauge. I'm glad I went and got the Plastigage just to verify that I was getting decent measurements with the dial bore gauge and then the old mic. So anyway, hey, if any of this helped, great. If I can do it, certainly you can do it. If you like what you're seeing, go ahead and hit the like, subscribe, keep following along. Next up will be getting the rings sized, install those on the pistons, and then it's assembly of the short block. So we're getting there. Thanks for sticking around. We'll see you next time.